Welcome back to my channel. The courtroom is silent, too silent, as Mary Brown rises to her feet. In her trembling hands, she holds a single sealed envelope. The weight of decades sits inside it. "I didn't want it to come to this," she whispers, her voice barely steady as her eyes lock with Kody's. Across the aisle, Robin gasps. Christine stands, shaking. "You've lied for years," she says coldly. But today the truth is louder. The gallery buzzes. Cameras flash. The judge leans forward, sensing what's coming. That envelope doesn't just hold DNA results. It holds the power to rewrite the legacy of an entire family. Mary doesn't look at anyone as she steps closer to the bench. Her navy blue dress is sharp, her jaw set. This isn't about heartbreak anymore. It's about justice. The bailiff's voice breaks the silence. All rise. Case number 2407, Brown versus Brown et al. Christine's lawyer steps forward. "Your Honor, this case involves emotional fraud, hidden assets, and deception within a spiritual marriage that has lasted over 2 decades. The judge narrows his gaze. "Isn't this a domestic matter?" Christine stands, her voice strong but trembling with old wounds. "For 27 years, I was a wife in every sense but legal. I gave him my life, my loyalty, my children. And when I tried to leave, he told me I had no rights because I wasn't a true wife." The word nothing lingers in the air like smoke. Kody stands abruptly. "We were spiritually married. I never said she had no rights." Christine looks straight at him. "You said I walked away, but I walked away from lies." Her attorney slides a paper across the table. "Do you recognize this, Mrs. Brown?" Christine nods. "That's the joint account Kody claimed didn't exist, the one I found in Robin's old file." The judge leans forward. "And what did you find in it?" "Deposits," Christine answers. "From the show. From land sales, from deals Kody never told us about." Robin's face goes pale. I thought Kody handled it all," she stammers. Christine's voice cuts through the air. "You thought that because it benefited you." The judge slams the gavel. "Order in the court!" Mary sits still, fingers tracing the envelope in her lap. Inside, DNA tests, bank transfers, receipts, the proof of every betrayal they were told to ignore. Outside, reporters swarm the courthouse. But inside it's quiet, heavy, personal. Janelle slips into the back row, her eyes locking with Christine's. One nod says everything. This isn't just Christine's fight anymore. It's theirs. During recess, Mary leans toward Christine. "He's lied to all of us," she whispers. Christine looks down at the envelope. "Is that proof?" Mary nods slowly. But once it's opened, everything changes. Christine places a hand on hers. "Then maybe it's time." When the judge returns, a new witness takes the stand. "Mr. Paul Kendrick," the bailiff announces. Kody's face drains of color. Robin's lips part in shock. Paul Kendrick raises his right hand. "I worked with Kody Brown from 2005 to 2012. I created fake leases, false marriage certificates, whatever was needed to make the Browns look legitimate." The courtroom freezes. "Are you saying those documents were falsified?" The judge asks. Paul nods. "They were used to open accounts, conceal income, and deny wives their rights. I thought it was spiritual bookkeeping. It was fraud." Christine's heart pounds. Every lie, every missing dollar, it all connects. Kody sits motionless, the empire he built collapsing in silence. Mary tightens her grip on the envelope. Because once it's opened, there's no turning back. There's no turning back. The air in the courtroom feels electric, thick with tension, secrets, and the weight of years of lies. Kody sits at the defense table, trying to look calm, but his knee bounces relentlessly. Robin's eyes dart toward him, panic already blooming beneath her mask of control. Christine's attorney stands, holding a thick file. "Mr. Kendrick," he says, "please look at these documents." "Do you recognize them?" Paul Kendrick, a former accountant for the Browns' family ventures, nods slowly. "Yes. They're from a shared Google Drive I was removed from in 2013, but I kept backups." The lawyer flips to the first page. "This file is labeled Alternate Asset Distribution Model. Can you explain what that means?" Paul sighs. "Kody used this model to transfer funds through shell LLCs, some even under my name. It was designed to hide income." Robin suddenly bolts upright. "That's a lie. I didn't know anything about this." Paul looks at her evenly. "With respect, ma'am, you personally signed at least 3 of the wire transfers." Kody shoots up, voice booming. "Your Honor, this is character assassination." The judge slams the gavel. "Sit down, Mr. Brown." Kody obeys, grumbling under his breath. "This is a circus." The judge examines the file as Christine's attorney nods to the bailiff to collect the evidence. But the real storm isn't in those papers. It's sitting quietly at the far end of the table. Mary Brown hasn't said a word. Her hand rests on a sealed envelope, thumb brushing its edge like she's fighting the urge to break it open. Flashback 2 weeks earlier. Mary sat alone in her small rental house. Gone were the sprawling Flagstaff homes, the shared properties, the illusion of unity. She stared at the letterhead of the DNA lab, her heart hammering. The test compared 2 names, Child A and presumed father B. The result? 0% probability of paternity. Mary whispered into the empty room, "Kody isn't the father." The words felt dangerous, like blasphemy, but they also made everything click. The late-night arguments, the sudden relocations, Robin's tearful disappearances. Now sitting in the courtroom, that same envelope feels like it's burning her palm. Paul continues, his voice steady. "I didn't come here to ruin anyone. I came because Christine deserves to know what she's up against. She was cut out of major financial decisions years ago, intentionally." Christine clenches her jaw. "I trusted him with everything." Paul nods. He knew. That's why he kept you in the dark. The room falls silent. Even the cameras stop clicking. Truth has gravity, and everyone can feel it pulling them in. The judge clears his throat. "These documents will be authenticated. Mr. Kendrick, you may step down." Paul gathers his papers and exits. His footsteps echo like guilt against marble. Christine turns to her lawyer. "We need to move forward with the asset claim." The attorney hesitates. "We might have something even stronger." Christine frowns. "Stronger than fraud?" The attorney's gaze flicks past her, toward Mary. Everyone follows the look. Mary freezes. The envelope, once hidden, now lies in full view. Robin's voice cuts through the silence. "No, Mary, don't!" Kody glares at her. "You don't want to do this!" Mary's voice shakes but doesn't break. "I didn't want to, but you did." Christine steps forward, eyes soft. "Mary, what is it?" Mary rises, slow but deliberate, and places the envelope on the witness stand. "I'd like to present this to the court." Kody's patience snaps. "This is insanity! You're destroying this family for a paycheck." The judge slams his gavel again. "Enough, Mr. Brown." Mary's eyes glisten as she looks at Christine. "I thought I was the only one he deceived. But this shows none of us ever had the full picture." The judge opens the envelope, scanning the first page. His face changes instantly. Christine leans forward. "What does it say?" The judge's voice drops to a hush. "This is a DNA test. According to this document, Kody Brown is not the biological father of Solomon Brown." Gasps ripple through the courtroom. Robin collapses, sobbing uncontrollably. Kody's face turns pale, eyes glassy. Christine just sits frozen, silent, stunned. From the back row, Janelle rises. "Who knew?" A long, suffocating pause. Then Kody speaks, barely a whisper. "I did." Christine's voice cracks. "You knew and still called us liars?" Robin cries harder. "It was a mistake. A one-time mistake. I didn't know for sure until the test." Mary's voice cuts through the sobs. "You both let us live a lie. You built a family on a story that was never real." The judge exhales deeply. "This revelation changes everything. Custody, inheritance, financial representation. We'll reconvene tomorrow." He slams the gavel. Court adjourned. The cameras flash. Reporters rush for the exit. But inside that silent courtroom, the truth hangs in the air. Heavy, irreversible, and impossible to unhear. Irreversible and impossible to unhear. The courthouse doors creak open as Christine Brown steps out into the storm. Cameras flash like lightning, but she doesn't flinch. She moves like a ghost, her body in motion, her spirit still trapped in that courtroom. Mary rushes after her. "Are you okay?" Christine's voice is steady, but her eyes are swollen. "I thought I came here to prove he stole money. But now, I'm wondering what else he's stolen." Mary's reply cuts through the cold air. "He stole all of us." Inside, Kody stands under the harsh courtroom lights, glaring at his phone. "It's time," he mutters. We move to Plan B. Rain beats against the courthouse windows as Christine waits beneath the awning. The sky turns gray above her, a mirror of the chaos below. Beside her, Mary adjusts her purse strap, weary but grounded. "I didn't know," Christine whispers. "About Solomon. About any of it." Mary nods. "Neither did I. Not until last month. I trusted him. Even when I shouldn't have." Suddenly, Janelle bursts out of the courthouse, phone in hand. Christine, you need to hear this. A video call opens. A private investigator's face appears. We traced the shell companies from Paul Kendrick's files. One of them, Cedar Path Holdings, moved $80,000 last year. Christine frowns. To who? To the show's residual pool, supposed to be divided among all family members. Mary steps closer. And where did it go? The PI hesitates. A private account in Missouri, under the name S. Brown. Christine's heart sinks. Robin's given name. Back inside, Robin sits alone in the gallery, trembling. Kody paces before her like a cornered animal. You said the lab didn't have proof, he snarls. I thought they didn't, she cries. You promised it was gone? I did, but someone must have made copies. Robin clings to his arm. What do we do now? Kody's face hardens. I've got one trick left. He sends a message. An hour later, court reconvenes. Christine's lawyer leans in. They'll try to turn the narrative? Against me? He nods. They'll call you jealous, vindictive, claim this is revenge. Christine exhales. Maybe it is revenge. But the truth deserves it. Her lawyer smirks faintly. Then let's set it on fire. Flashback. Las Vegas. Christine sits alone, bills spread out before her. She'd asked Kody for help paying school tuition for the kids. He'd claimed money was tight. But later that night, she saw movers unloading new designer furniture into Robin's house. Did you lie to me? She'd asked him. He stayed silent. That silence was the crack that never healed. Back to present. The courtroom is full. Christine enters with Mary and Janelle, 3 women now bound not by marriage but by truth. Kody sees them and stiffens. The unity unnerves him. Mrs. Robin Brown, the bailiff calls. Robin walks to the stand, unsteady. Christine's attorney begins. Can you confirm an account exists in Missouri under your name? Robin nods faintly. Yes. Were you aware it contained residual funds meant for the family? Not at first. When did you learn? Robin glances at Kody. A few months ago. Why didn't you report it? Kody interrupts. Objection. The judge slams his gavel. Overruled. Christine's lawyer presses on. Did you profit from that account? Yes, Robin whispers. Gasps ripple through the crowd. You knew Christine was struggling, the lawyer continues. Why didn't you help her? Robin's tears spill freely. Because he said not to. The judge leans forward. What exactly did he say? Robin breaks. He said if we helped her, she'd get stronger. And if she got stronger, she'd leave. And when she left, the family would fall apart. Christine rises slowly. He said I was the weak link. Robin sobs. No, he said you were the spark. The judge clears his throat. Court will recess for lunch. Prepare closing arguments. Outside, Janelle touches Christine's arm. You okay? No, Christine admits. But I'm ready. Then, a woman appears from the elevator holding a manila envelope. Christine Brown? Christine turns. Yes, you've been served. Inside the envelope, a countersuit. Kody Brown suing Christine for defamation, emotional distress, and desecration of religious sanctity. Mary glances over. He's trying to silence you. Christine's hands tremble. This is his plan B. Mary nods. Then we go with plan C. Christine frowns. What's plan C? Mary's gaze drifts to Robin, sobbing alone on a bench. We tell everything, even the truth we swore to bury. When court resumes, the energy has shifted. Christine no longer walks in to defend herself. She walks in to deliver justice. The air hums with the weight of revelation. Kody's countersuit has already made headlines. Kody Brown claims spiritual union defamed. But Christine doesn't blink. Because this time she's not fighting for the past. She's fighting for the truth that survived it. Past. She's fighting for the truth that survived it. The judge flips through the stack of papers, his voice echoing across the silent courtroom. I've reviewed the civil counterclaim filed this morning. It will be entered into record, but its validity will depend on the final witness testimony. Kody smirks, the confidence slithering back into his face. He thinks he's back in control. But across the aisle, Christine leans toward Mary, gives a subtle nod, and whispers, Plan C. Christine's attorney stands. Your Honor, we call one final witness, one who can expose not only the defendant's financial motives, but his manipulation of personal relationships for power. The courtroom murmurs. Who will testify? The judge asks. Mary stands. I will. Robin gasps. Mary, don't! Kody slams his palm against the table. She's not credible, she's bitter. The judge's gavel cracks. One more outburst, Mr. Brown, and you'll be held in contempt. Mary walks to the stand. Her heels strike the floor like a countdown. For years, she was the quiet one, the loyal wife who never spoke. But now she carries the blade of truth. Mrs. Mary Brown, Christine's attorney begins. Please describe your relationship with the defendant. Mary breathes deeply. I was his legal wife for over 20 years. I divorced him so he could legally marry Robin and adopt her children. Why? Because he told me we were forever, that the paperwork didn't matter, that I'd always be first in his heart. A tear slides down her cheek, but her voice stays steady. And was that true? No. Her voice cracks but doesn't waver. After the divorce, everything changed. He stopped visiting, said we weren't intimate, told people I was unstable. I begged him to work with us. He said I was clinging to a past that never existed. Christine's lawyer hands her a folder. Do you recognize this? Mary nods. It's a printout of messages from an online account Kody used under fake names. Joseph Bliss, faithful man. I didn't realize it at first, but then I intercepted one message. He said his first wife was broken and in the way. Gasps ripple through the courtroom. The judge raises an eyebrow. Did you retain these? I did, Mary says. Not for revenge. To remind myself I wasn't losing my mind. Robin hides her face. Christine leans forward, eyes wide. And the messages mention the shell companies? The attorney asks. Yes, he bragged about setting up off-books income for the favorite wife only. The gallery erupts. The judge skims the documents, his face hardening. All eyes shift toward Kody. Robin's mascara runs. Her mask, the loyal, misunderstood wife, crumbles. Mary's voice softens. The worst part wasn't the money. It was that he told me he didn't love me because I'd broken his trust. But the truth is, he stopped loving me long before that. He just didn't have the courage to leave. Kody sits motionless. You used my loyalty, she says. You used my silence. You used my pain. The judge leans forward. Mrs. Brown, are you saying the emotional abuse was systemic? Yes. He used our faith, our spiritual union, to keep us obedient. And when we stopped serving his image, he punished us, emotionally, legally, financially. Christine feels her throat tighten. It's everything she couldn't name for years. Gaslighting, silence, manipulation. Now spoken aloud. This isn't just a courtroom, she thinks. It's a confession booth. The judge nods solemnly. These documents will be admitted into evidence. Christine's lawyer rises again. One last exhibit, Your Honor. A projector flickers on, displaying a timeline of financial transactions. 3 years of show income against the withdrawals from Cedar Path Holdings. The figures glow coldly. Every dollar, every betrayal. The judge turns to Kody. Do you wish to respond? Kody stands slowly. Everything you've heard is out of context. Yes, I made mistakes. I favored Robin. I moved money, but it was all for the family. For the show. For our ministry. Christine's voice cuts through the air, sharp as steel. No, Kody, you did it for control. He glares at her. You walked out. You broke the covenant. She meets his stare. I survived it. Mary stands. So did I. Then Janelle rises. Me too. And for the first time, Kody Brown is the only one sitting. The judge exhales. This court will review all materials and return with a decision in 24 hours. The gavel strikes, but the storm is far from over. As they leave, Christine notices Robin still sitting, frozen. She walks over. You knew? Robin nods, trembling. I didn't want to lose him. Christine's voice breaks. You didn't just lose him, Robin. You lost us. Robin's eyes glisten. Do you hate me? Christine shakes her head. No, but I'm done protecting you. Outside reporters swarm. Cameras flash. But Kody's phone buzzes with one final message. He opens it, a video file. And when he presses play, all color drains from his face. Next morning, rain slicks the courthouse steps. Christine arrives early, heart heavy. Mary greets her. He sent it. Sent what? Mary shows her phone. The headline blazes, Kody Brown, the final testimony, leaked footage from a family meeting the network didn't want you to see. Christine stares at the thumbnail, grainy footage from years ago. Her younger self at the kitchen table, Janelle behind her, Robin laughing, Kody's voice booming. I've built a brand. They'll never leave. And even if they do, they'll be too afraid to talk. I'm the husband. I'm the father. I have the power. Christine's stomach turns. Why would he leak this? Mary sighs. Because when a man loses control, he burns the whole house down. The courthouse fills again. The judge looks sharper now, alert, aware the world is watching. All parties present? Christine nods. Robin follows, hollow-eyed. Mary and Janelle sit behind them, silent pillars. Kody enters last, tie loose, face pale, his charm stripped away. The judge begins. This court has reviewed testimony, documents, and newly surfaced footage. While we don't operate under tabloid influence, we cannot ignore evidence provided by the defendant himself. He reads the ruling. This court finds emotional fraud, premeditated and financially motivated. Asset concealment is confirmed. Restitution in the amount of $134,000 to Christine Brown, plus $40,000 in emotional damages. Kody jolts. That's absurd. That's my money. The judge's gavel slams. It was never all yours, Mr. Brown. He turns to Robin. Your accounts will remain under review for 18 months. All future show income is to be divided per court order. Robin nods silently, tears streaming. Finally, the judge addresses Mary. This court recognizes the coercion and isolation you endured. No monetary restitution is ordered today, but you are free to file an independent claim. Mary nods once. She doesn't need the money. She got the truth. Justice doesn't always come with handcuffs. Sometimes it comes with a gavel, and the sound of the world finally listening. Weeks later, Christine walks through her new home. Quiet, warm, real. No cameras. No scripts. Just peace. She opens her laptop. The verdict video has 12 million views. Comments flood in. Christine, you gave us courage. Robin's tears were real, but so was your silence. Christine smiles, closes the lid. She didn't win by fighting. She won by leaving. Mary joins her on the porch. They watch the sunset fade through the trees. I'm thinking of writing a book, Mary says. A tell-all? Christine teases. Mary smiles. No, a truth-all. They laugh softly. Christine leans back. You know what I regret? Not leaving sooner. But maybe the fire had to burn everything before I could see where the light was coming from. Mary's expression turns serious. There's one thing you still don't know. Kody didn't leak that video by accident. Christine blinks. What do you mean? He wanted to keep the spotlight on himself. Even in defeat, he made sure the story ended with his name. Christine exhales. He'll always want the last word. Mary nods. But now you don't have to listen. Christine gazes at the fading sun. No, she says quietly. Now I write the ending. Miles away, in a rented apartment, Kody Brown scrolls through his name trending on every platform. But no headline says what he wants to hear, because control only lasts until silence starts to speak louder. And as the credits roll on the Brown family's empire, one question remains. What would you have done if you were Mary, Robin, or Christine in that courtroom? Tell me in the comments below. Someone out there might need your courage, too. Tell me in the comments below. Someone out there might need your courage, too.